The second chance that arrives after loss is not merely a romantic opportunity, but a sacred invitation to reconstruct your identity from the rubble of who you were expected to be. And true healing requires not rushing toward new love to fill the void, but integrating the grief until selfhood becomes an act of radical reclamation rather than performative recovery. In Brighter Than Before, Courtney Walsh transforms the feel-good romance into profound exploration of post-loss sovereignty and embodied renewal, proving liberation isn't found in replacing what was lost. It's forged in honoring the woman who survived when every cultural script demands she move on quickly. This psychologically precise narrative makes every tentative step feel like both vulnerability and victory, where consent to love again is negotiated through self-trust rather than assumed readiness. And joy means protecting your pace when society demands she shine on schedule. From coastal light and salt narration, listeners enter worlds where healing is syntax and presence is the only true compass, perfect for fans of emotionally intelligent contemporary fiction where female complexity defies inspirational expectations. When widow Alara Vance returns to her hometown to renovate her late husband's bookstore, she expects cathartic closure, not to discover the space mirrors the exact suppression she endured beneath years of performative wifeliness. And contractor Julian Thorne's quiet refusal to rush her process creates sanctuary defying small-town gossip. Navigating dusty shelves and buried attractions, Alara realizes this renovation isn't about restoration, but recalibration. Walsh avoids reducing Alara to grieving widow or Julian to patient savior, instead crafting radical reciprocity within constraint, where trust is earned through honoring boundaries, even as hope butters them. Audiobook narration amplifies this alchemy, capturing Alara's disciplined composure softening into clarity, and Julian's guarded support revealing warmth beneath vigilance, making listeners feel seismic shifts of souls learning some loves can only be claimed when you stop letting timelines define their validity. What elevates this beyond typical feel-good fare is portraying post-loss intimacy as somatic practice rather than romanticized redemption. Alara confronts how grief culture equated worth with resilience, challenging safety through emotional detachment from her own pain. Julian doesn't fix her through patience. He creates space where her contradictions exist without diminishment. Their relationship evolves through radical reciprocity, sharing silences during demolition, bypassing performance, establishing rhythms protecting both structural integrity and psychological safety, defending each other from well-meaning friends mistaking slowness for stagnation. Supporting characters add texture, townspeople encoding suppressed sorrow, elders carrying intergenerational wisdom, the bookstore itself absorbing decades of unspoken bargains, reinforcing that in healing extraction systems, tenderness toward process is technique and presence is sustainable resource. Even renovation mechanics serve thematic depth, with blueprint revisions mirroring emotional integration, and foundation repairs becoming metaphors for earned trust. For audiobook listeners, this production is immersive descent into sacred renewal. The narrator embodies Alara and Julian with remarkable distinction, making chemistry palpable even during stillness, while sound design anchors existential stakes and distant ocean waves, rain against restored windows, and hushed breath syncing with moments of clarity. Pacing mirrors healing cadence, deliberate during reflection, surging as external pressures collide with internal awakenings. Ultimately, Brighter Than Before redefines feel-good fiction by centering female epistemology within grief frameworks, satisfying genre cravings while delivering commentary on toxic positivity and masculine vulnerability. It affirms that sometimes the most powerful act is choosing to heal slowly, honoring whole self even in landscapes shaped by loss.